Hey there, I'm Mark Traeger from Not So Corporate Podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about naming conventions for your content. So we got a great question in from a viewer on YouTube, Evan Carmichael, who I talk about a lot. So Evan said, I have a question. I know from your videos that you're all about branding and strategy. I'm curious as to the strategy behind naming process for Mark in the Car, this vlog series, and the Not So Corporate Podcast. So Evan, that's a great question. And when it comes to naming, there's a few principles that you really need to understand when you're naming a piece of content, a series, a sub-brand, or maybe even your company. And that's first the spectrum for names. So names can fall within a spectrum moving all the way from the very descriptive names. So for example, IBM as a brand originally was International Business Machines. And that's a very descriptive name. All the way over to the abstract, like Google, like Apple. These are names and brands that are things, they're words that exist, but they don't really in any way describe exactly what the product is. The second principle is when you're developing a brand or a name, is you can select a name with certain connotations that already exist within a certain environment or group or culture, or you can select something that you're going to bring your own definition to. So for example, Coca-Cola is something that certainly today means something to everyone around the world, but when it was developed, didn't really stand for anything. It didn't really mean anything. So understanding that your name that you select may fall within the spectrum of descriptive to abstract, or that you are either going to tap into something that already feeds within existing connotation or existing culture, or you're going to bring your own to it. Those are the areas that we were playing with. So to answer your question, Mark in the Car. So this is a vlog series. And we have a few basic rules in our firm for vlog series. One is to not overthink it. And so I wanted something really simple, something really descriptive. And what is more descriptive than Mark in the Car? Is it something that I'm working to build a huge brand behind? No. And as you'll see, other than me subtly having it worked into the graphics, having it within descriptive, it's not something that we talk about a lot because the content is more important to me than the name within this series. Now, when it's the Not So Corporate Podcast, that's something we did spend quite a bit of time on. When you work within corporate marketing, corporate branding, there is the general sense within our community of being sanitized, of being squeaky clean, of making sure the messaging is very, very correct. And so the Not So Corporate Podcast was one of many names that we looked at because we were looking at ways to indicate that we still do play in the way of corporate, but that we're not so corporate. We're corporate, but we're not that corporate. And when you're looking at distribution strategies within iTunes or other places, you want something that has a good amount of characters, that has a little bit of punch to it. But mostly we wanted something that would indicate that right away you understand that we're speaking about the corporate world, but at the same time, if you read it, you go, that isn't quite right. That's what we want to be. We want to be the people for the corporate world who shake things up, who's not so concerned about being extremely sanitized, extremely perfect. It's more about authenticity. It's more about attitude and bringing a lot of knowledge. And for me, the Not So Corporate Podcast, that name, Not So Corporate, certainly represented that. Evan, I hope I answered your question. I'm sure I'm going to get comments and feedback, which I love. I love feedback. I love comments. If you have a question, let me know. If anyone has a question, let me know. And if you like what we're doing, please subscribe, please share, please like this. We do appreciate every single person who subscribes. We notice every single comment that's made. We try to respond to right away because we want to know if you like what we're doing. We want to know if there's value in what we're doing. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Peace.